Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the cinematic women who best embody a gothic aesthetic. This could be with regards to their fashion sense, appearances, or general overall attitude. Number 20, Janice Ian, Mean Girls.
Nice wig, Janice. What's it made of?
Your mom's chest hair. I'm Janice.
The name of this character may have been inspired by a 1970s folk singer, but this Janice Ian was a little bit goth while retaining the former's musical connection with teenage angst. Ian's personal style shifted during her school years, eschewing traditional ideals of feminine dress, and instead getting darker and edgier.
Buddy, you're not pretending anymore. You're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
The character may not be full-blown goth, but the darker side of humor and intellect is definitely with Janice Ian, and she remains one of the most interesting in the large ensemble cast featured in Mean Girls.
I am so sorry, Regina. Really, I don't know why I did it. I guess it's probably because I've got a big lesbian crush on you. Suck on that!
Number 19, Kate Acidburn Libby, Hackers.
That's a nice score for a girl.
Think you can do better?
There are a few films out there more capital N 90s than Hackers. This isn't really a bad thing, since the film now serves as a great time capsule of that decade's unique culture. Angelina Jolie was still beginning her acting career when she starred as Kate Acidburn Libby, a capable hacker and main protagonist of the film.
Yeah, there's an Olympic-sized swimming pool up on the roof. Take the stairs over there.
This was an era where Jolie's public profile, for better or worse, largely focused on her sexuality. The performance, as a result, is more than a little smoldering, to the point where some brief nudity was included within this PG-13 product. The actress would obviously turn to more serious fare after Hackers, but perhaps none of those films were as patently ridiculous as this one.
What the hell is going on?
Pool on the roof must have a leak.
Number 18, Amy Blue, The Doom Generation.
Hey, no smoking here.
Jesus.
Films such as The Doom Generation seem to have the words cult classic written all over them, don't they? Rose McGowan's star was shining brightly back in the mid-90s, and this film remains a forward-thinking example of transgressive, alternative cinema.
You know, most of my relationships, they last about 3 days. Or, 3 hours. Yeah. Well, relationships bite.
McGowan's Amy Blue possesses a darkly alluring, powerful aura, and the Doom Generation practically boils over with sexual tension. The film was notable at the time of its mid-90s release for featuring a three-way sexual relationship between a woman and two men. Sure, the situation isn't as shocking today, but it doesn't seem unfair to label McGowan's Amy Blue as a goth/sex subculture pioneer.
I do not want to hear any more of this story.
Number 17, Carol/the Bowler, Mysterymen.
I guess I'll just have to take my ball and go home.
No, miss. Please.
There's an over-the-top and morbid backstory to the skull ball wielded by Carol the Bowler in 1999's Mysterymen. This sometimes forgotten superhero parody featured Janeane Garofalo as a superhero whose bowling ball is inhabited by the sentient skull of her dead father.
I got my powers from my father.
Oh, okay. Who's he?
Have you ever heard of Carmine the Bowler?
Have we ever heard? Call! Blimey, miss, don't tell us you're the bowler's daughter.
The Bowler and Carmine the Ball join the Mysterymen team, while Garofalo's typically deadpan delivery is aided by severe black eyeliner and dark clothes. There's historically been a shortage of goth-adjacent superheroines, so it's a good thing that the Bowler is out there, fighting off the bad guys.
You're right. I don't have the guts to kill you. Because I'm better than you. Yeah, that's right. A lot better.
Number 16, Angela Franklin, Night of the Demons franchise. A word of advice, if goth queen Angela Franklin from the Night of the Demons franchise invites you to a party, decline. Otherwise, you might just be in for the fight of your life, as this demon in leather and lace tries to take your very soul. The original Night of the Demons was one of the most fun horror flicks from the late 80s, earning itself multiple sequels and even the remake treatment.
I'll bet you will.
Angela remains a constant presence throughout the series, but the initial performance by Amelia Kincaid is by far the best. Her transformation sequence is supremely effective, as Angela's goth veneer is replaced by a satanic face only the devil could love.
Yes, you can! Come on!
Number 15, Vampira, Plan 9 from Outer Space. She's the original horror hostess with the mostess, a B-movie actress who captured the morbid imaginations of a generation with her character Vampira. The woman, born Mila Normie, was the prototypical mistress of the dark way before Elvira, a tall and striking beauty with a lithe figure, beautiful bone structure, and a screen presence that belied the camp of Plan 9 from Outer Space. Vampira was mesmerizing, and Ed Wood's camera definitely loved her, as Plan 9's earnestness eventually earned the film a cult following. Normie's legacy will always be tethered to the film, but this isn't a bad thing, since her character of Vampira would live on within the memories of monster kids around the world.
A vampire cocktail. You like it? It hates you.
Number 14, Lily Munster, Munster Go Home.
Herman, give me that. Ooh.
We're really glad that they made a Munsters movie shortly after the original series ended its run back in 1966. That's because Munster Go Home allows us to include Yvonne DiCarlo's iconic portrayal of the family's matriarch, Lily. Sure, Sherry Moon Zombie was able to put her own stamp on the Lily Munster role in her husband Rob's film, but who are we kidding?
Don't get me wrong, I love it too. It's just, kind of old news.
DiCarlo is one of the OG spooky ladies who sent every dark heart fluttering back in the 1960s. Her glamour and charm were matched only by the grace and humor DiCarlo brought to the role. The actress's chemistry with co-star Fred Gwynne also helps, allowing Lily Munster's creepy legacy to endure.
Oh, it's only you, Lily. I thought it was something scary.
Number 13, Tiffany Valentine, Bride of Chucky.
Hey, Tiffany!
What are you doing here?
Come on, let me in, huh? I'll catch my death out here.
Promises, promises.
Jennifer Tilly is an actor with an immediately recognizable voice. She's also never shied away from utilizing her off-the-charts sexuality to add a little spice to a role. The character of Tiffany Valentine could have easily been a one-note scorned lover of the Lakeshore Strangler. Instead, Tilly leans heavily into a late 90s goth, accentuated by a bleeding heart tattoo that displays her love for Chucky.
Boy, was he ever jealous. Anybody even looked at me, Chucky would take care of him. Wouldn't you, Chucky?
Valentine's character changes along with the franchise, becoming a mother and even occasionally showing remorse for her actions. This maturity assists Tiffany in being more than just eye candy in the first film, and more than a mere accomplice in future entries.
Barbie, eat your heart out.
Number 12, Allison Reynolds, The Breakfast Club.
There's no deal, Sporto. Forget it. Leave me alone.
The term goth wasn't exactly being thrown around in all-American high school subcultures back in the 1980s. Ali Sheedy's character of Allison Reynolds is instead referred to as a basket case, which is basically just another way to describe her shy, reserved, and awkward nature. It's the makeover of Reynolds that tends to divide some modern viewings of The Breakfast Club.
I can see your face.
Is that good or bad?
Allison winds up at a very different place at the end of the film. Sure, every character leaves their Saturday detention a changed person, but it's only Reynolds that shifts her personality and appearance to the extreme? Was it for the better, however? You decide.
Love strange, so real in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on.
Number 11, Stokes Mitchell, The Faculty.
Whoa, you okay?
Walked much?
Played by Clea Duvall, Stokely Mitchell's life is turned upside down when she and her classmates suspect that their teachers may have been body snatched and replaced by a race of aliens.
Invasion of the body snatchers. Small town gets taken over by aliens. That was a joke.
Look, what if it really happened?
What really happened?
Stokes is your run-of-the-mill high school goth gal. Like, doesn't she just bring up memories of that mysterious and talented artist who smoked by herself before class? In this film, Stokes has got the gear down. Unkempt dyed hair? Check. A sneer that succeeds in being a little cute and mysterious? Check. Oh, and don't forget her signature choker chain. Stokely understands that it takes a lot of effort to look like you don't care, even though she makes it look totally effortless.
I just wish people would let me be,
A D student.
Yeah.
Number 10, Mortia Adams, The Addams Family.
Uncle Knick-Knack's summer wardrobe. Uncle Knick-Knack.
She's a trendsetter with sinister style, the OG goth if you will. Mortia Adams is one of the innovators of the goth look. With her slinky black dress and funeral parlor complexion, the classic character was brought to life by Angelica Houston in the movies.
Poison us, strangle us, break our bones, we will come back for more. And why?
Because we like it. Because we're Adamses.
We're Adamses.
Created by Charles Addams, the maternal head of the sallow and ghoulish Addams clan was reportedly inspired by his first wife. A lover of pruning the buds off her roses and taking care of her carnivorous plant, her hobbies seemed to match her macabre appearance. As her hubby Gomez famously said, when he met her at a funeral, she was so pale and mysterious, no one even looked at the corpse.
Cara mia, is it true?
Number 9, Jennifer J. Wilson, My First Mister.
Yeah, I had an attitude.
Lily Sobieski plays Jennifer, a gothic teen who only comes out of the stockroom to make fun of her stuffy boss, Randall. But soon, they learn to trust each other and share their experiences of estrangement from their respective families. Lily's take on the goth punk look is a bit sharper, with numerous piercings, half-purple hair, and tattoos here and there.
I feel just truly enlightened, you know, and let me just profusely apologize for my little crude, naive observation.
All right, great. Now scram. Go. Shoo. Go get pierced, or whatever you do.
Despite her general keep-away vibe, there's a soulful nature in her eyes. Deep down, Jay, as she prefers to be called, eventually drops the moody outfits and self-imposed distance from others, and through her efforts, reunites her Randall with his estranged son.
So you like him?
No. Are you mental?
Totally. I've gotten down with it. I boogied.
Okay, chef.
Number 8, Tosh Guarneri, Urban Legend.
Tosh, do you mind if I use
What?
Never mind.
Danielle Harris plays Tosh the Goth, a late 90s representative of the gothic subculture on a bit more of a Victorian trip. With her dark lipstick and alluring black corset, what freshman wouldn't want to have a dorm room on her floor? That is, except for the whole bit about the serial killer prowling a university campus and slaying students according to famous urban legends.
Someone's in the back seat!
She missed a big warning sign in the movie, and being the main character's roommate and all, poor goth Tosh was pretty doomed from the start. Well, at least she looked good.
Sorry. Not looking.
Number 7, Astrid Magnusson, White Oleander.
We don't know anything about this, Rena, so just stay out of it.
An interesting anomaly on our list, played by Allison Reynolds, Astrid doesn't seem to initially fit the prototypical gothic standard, blonde hair and all. That is, until we see Astrid's pain and hardship manifest itself in her outward appearance as she goes from blonde and sunny to black and complicated in her hair color and clothing choices.
You can't possibly blame her for the death of a woman she only met once. But I do blame her, Susan. That's pretty cynical, Astrid.
She faces a family crisis and bounces from one foster home to another until she visits her long-absent and murderous mother in jail, intent on finding out what really happened to her family. Watching her journey gives us a deeper representation of her character, making Astrid seem more attractive and real.
You tell me the truth, I'll lie for you in court.
The truth about what?
Everything you kept from me.
And if I don't?
Then you can rot in here.
Number 6, Kim Diamond, Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2.
You know, if you don't believe in the Blair Witch, then why the hell did you bother to come?
I thought the movie was cool.
This sequel to the successful flick The Blair Witch Project gives us the cynical goth psychic Kim. After she decides the location of the original film's mysterious goings-on would be a perfect road trip destination with her friends, she gets a bit more than she bargained for when her gang is beset with hallucinations.
Erica, I've got the same thing, okay? It's nothing. It's like poison oak or something.
Kim, they're growing.
Kim's more of the drama school goth type, well-read and cynical, and with eyebrows made up in a permanent arch of irony. She's not averse to wearing crushed velvet dresses or lying behind a tombstone to feel the energy. She may be terrifying, but she's not afraid to tell it like it is, making her that much more attractive.
What are you doing there?
Trying to find the energy.
Number 5, Lydia Deetz, Beetlejuice franchise.
What's your name?
Well, I can't tell you.
Why not?
But you know why? Because if I tell you, you tell your friends are calling me on the horn all the time.
We're really thankful that Winona Ryder has returned to public prominence in projects like Stranger Things and the 2024 sequel to Beetlejuice. Ryder's character of Lydia Deetz helped normalize a gothic appearance for younger people back in the 1988 movie, while an adult Ryder doubled down on this aesthetic with Bram Stoker's Dracula in 1992. Lydia as a character endured too, both in animated form and on Broadway. Her obsession with the strange and unusual was dark, but not impenetrable.
Well, I read through that handbook for the recently deceased. It says, live people ignore the strange and unusual. I myself am strange and unusual.
The character's sardonic sense of humor was fantastic too, enabling Lydia to develop alongside the Beetlejuice franchise.
You're saying that someone called Beetlejuice?
Don't say his name. If you say his name 3 times, he will appear.
I know this is a big step for you, but in the words of Dr. Glickman, I'm gonna give you the push you need. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Number 4, Ginger Fitzgerald, Ginger Snaps.
So, Fitz, I think we should get together.
Oh.
Ginger Fitzgerald is a dark soul if there ever was one. Along with her sister, she has a fascination with death and sports a look that falls somewhere between early 80s Madonna and suburban rebel. Of course, that was all until she was bit by what she thought was a strange dog one moonlit night.
Ginger! Ginger!
Soon, after some bizarre behavior and unwanted body hair pop up, Ginger realizes it was no stray dog, but rather a werewolf who infected her with its werewolf curse. Nothing like a real dance with the occult to build up your goth cred. Her subsequent possession gives her that real edge as she's pushed along by her darker urges, making her all the more dangerous and certainly hotter in the process.
I didn't betray you. Well, you locked me up.
You need to get this fixed.
Number 3, Elvira. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late, but then so's my aunt.
Hey, what you die of? Nothing serious, I hope.
Born with the unassuming name of Cassandra Peterson, Elvira is an iconic late-night movie hostess who quickly caught our attention due to her enticingly macabre makeup and cleavagey funeral garb. She's been spun off into movies, comic books, and even a pinball machine game. She's eminently recognizable with her black beehive hairdo and beauty mark.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most drop-dead gorgeous one of all? Oh, you're just saying that.
She was doing the vampy goth look earlier than most on this list of ghoulish and good-looking gals, and nobody in the movies does it better.
You looking for me?
Number 2, Lisbeth Salander, the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Elizabeth. Oh, can I call you Elizabeth? I want you to help me catch a killer of women.
Lisbeth Salander leaped off the pages of Stieg Larsson's Millennium Trilogy, and she's more than just a woman in black. Portrayed by the beautiful Rooney Mara in the film, she's a dangerous and well-trained woman on a mission who can hack a mainframe 1 minute and display her jujitsu skills the next. She's pierced, has a spiked necklace, and of course, sports the film's titular tattoo.
What do you do?
Getting started. You can keep talking if you want.
Well, don't you need to look over these?
I got it.
The thing about Lisbeth is that she's not just trying out different fashion choices, she's communicating that she's a person who has seen some serious stuff and is not afraid to let her appearance convey her complications. Her tragic, rebellious spirit makes her all the more alluring.
I'm not authorized to stay late. I am. And I need access to everything, including anything that's locked.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Nancy Downs, The Craft. Fairuza Balk has a face that was made to rep the goth look, with her dark-rimmed, arresting eyes.
And I take into myself. All the power of Manon.
She plays Nancy, the alpha female of a high school coven of witches who has a hunger for power and the dark arts.
How do I get down? Shh.
Her black makeup and pale skin, set off by her pearly whites and maroon lipstick, make Nancy a bit more rock and roll than your average high school goth chick. Plus, she's got a smile that manages to somehow be both gleeful and murderous. This rebellious teen has got that will ruin your life as you love every minute of it kind of vibe, and is not afraid to get into trouble, making her a great example of a badass babe.
And that's gonna stop! Do you understand? You understand what I'm saying?
Do you feel that goth characters are underrepresented in modern cinema? Sound off in the comments.
I know that it's gotta seem like there's two sides to me when you're with me.
Two sides. You're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Jackass.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.